Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you, this time on a different setup with civil sims such as Explain. And we're going to fly with Mr. Sandman, my friend, who's a real-life captain on Airbus. And well, we're going to try my latest version of config file for the Toliss on Smart Copilot. So let's see, we're still trying to sort out a couple of things, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay, let's power up a few things then. I forgot to do the INS alignment, to be honest. All right, powering up the radios.
See if I can use this Navigraph with Explain.
On the pad?
Yeah, but I just need it really for the charts, so I'll pull them up, man.
Yeah, you're right. I should probably pull them as well. So departure, we said we would go for yellow.
No way this frequency matches.
A yellow 3.
I'll be damned.
What's up?
It's working.
Okay, so it would be a northbound departure. Although, if I check the list, weather info and Explain, what does it say? QNH change.
QNH adjusted.
Blah blah blah. Wind 230 at 9. So it doesn't really change since we started discussing. Still a 17 right departure, and we should probably start setting up the performance for takeoff. All right.
Since I got you here, I'm gonna brighten your display up. Do you see that? Does your PFD
the right one or the? Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, yeah.
It's bright.
Hold on. Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay, so at some point, you see how you kind of got that haze on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, at some point when you go dim enough, about the 12 o'clock position,
yeah,
that haze should go away and you should have a solid black background. This
okay.
is how it is in the real airplane. So I don't know if you can, you know, have a little influence on that. But I hate that haze, and I always get rid of that at nighttime by bringing it down. Yeah. Daytime, not such a big deal, but.
Okay. Good on my side.
Hey, Cap, shall we get some passengers some air here?
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Yeah, all right.
You can pull up the APU, right?
Yeah, I sure will.
Okay.
A quick test. That's right. I got to have the screen up.
All right. I'm in the performance page, and I'm going to set up a couple of things here.
View test.
Flex 22. /down 02. Okay. I've set the performance. Can you check if it's all set in on your end?
All right, we'll do. Just double check your side. What do you show for thrust reduction in Excel? 69.6.
Yeah, but we can change that.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's not like an error on my side. And then engine out is 58.
Yeah, but we can change that as well.
Yeah, definitely will. Okay, looks good.
Okay. I still need to go back to the init page and start the alignments. I forgot that. Do you want to go ahead and do a quick align so we're not waiting the standard 7 minutes?
You're probably going to need the 7 minutes for everything anyway,
okay.
but it's up
All
to
right.
you. I don't.
No, it's okay. It's like alignment says 4 minutes, so we're good. By the time we actually finish everything, we should be fine.
All right, I'll drop the GPU if that's all right with you.
Roger. Okay, disconnected.
Okay. I haven't been in the X-plane Toliss in a long time.
Yeah, thanks to me, you're back in the saddle.
That's good. Nothing else to do.
Denver INT.
Can't fly for real.
Whiskey. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind 230 at 9. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 4. Dew point -14. Area QNH 1009. Arriving runway 26. Departing runway 25. Advise on initial contact. You have whiskey.
Okay, we have whiskey. We have whiskey on board. Should we be drinking?
It's the booze news.
Okay. So, in terms of altitude, what's the airfield altitude? Let me check. Do I have that data somewhere?
Yeah, it's 5434 is the field elevation. But you can also look at your stands. Do you know what stand we're?
Sorry?
Especially since X-Plane basically models the terrain.
Yeah.
What gate are we at? I don't see it. Do you remember?
Good one.
I'll find it. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
it's we need to go back to the
I'll get it.
B22.
Okay, because yeah, it's not available outside.
B22, and I'm checking if there is anything else. No. Yeah, 5434 feet. Yeah, this is what it says. And on the map from Explain. Okay.
You said B32?
22. 22.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't give individual altitude. Some do, but
What, you use that for the thrust reduction stuff, or?
yeah, it's above airport altitude, or altitude above the airfield, or field elevation. On top of that, it's never the touchdown, but sometimes the elevation data for the gate is on the coordinates there at the gate in front of the aircraft, or sometimes I've seen them actually in the -9 page, or
Okay.
one of the coordinate pages off of the -9.
Okay, let me check quickly.
QNH adjusted.
All right. Let me check the ICS. Do you always leave the ISIS in the standard barometer settings, or you put it at the?
It's there is no way to change it. Usually it shows the
Okay.
it
Here
shows
I
inches
can
H
change it.
and X.
Here I can change it.
The one in the aircraft, it shows. No, right. You can change it, but you can't see like inches of mercury or hectopascals. It's one or it's both. It's usually there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
now I see the hectopascal stuff. Yeah, currently.
Yeah, I'll put that down.
Well, it's 5460 anyway. Alright, it's around here. Okay. You checking the plan currently?
Yeah, just reviewing it. I didn't. There is a constraint here. Unless, are we doing the medicine bow? No. Let's see. Yeah, we are. No, we're not. We're not technically doing the Medicine Bow transition.
I saw that was the Yellowstone one.
Yeah, it's a yellow 3, but you're not doing the Medicine Bow, but we do fly right over it, so I would definitely put Yami at 12 or above, yeah. But I mean, it's showing 23.7.
Okay.
That's right. Can't do that in this one. This is foreign to me. Some of it is anyway.
Okay, let me run through the rest of the checklist for the overhead and stuff. Alright, so we'll be pushing back nose to the left, nose to the right, and we'll definitely go back to, we'll definitely go up to 70 right. So that should be quickly, I mean this is quite straightforward to be honest, so should be fine. I just don't have the information for the port diagram. Let me check quickly. So, given our position, we're going to go through Bravo Sierra up to Kilo, and then Mike 10, and we should be, or Mike 9, and we should be on the 70 right straight away. So let me call the pushback and pre-plan it actually. I hope it's going to work, to be honest.
You said B25?
22.
22. Okay, so there you go.
Alright, that should be enough.
Round to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay. Alright, pushback is planned. Would you put the anti-skids off every time you push back? Or on the ground they have the pin, and as long as they have the pin inserted, this is overriding the settings you have in the pit.
No, you don't ever touch the anti-skid unless you have an abnormal situation. The bypass pin takes care of that.
Yeah, that's what I
Does
thought.
that show up in this when you tow or no?
Yeah, and when you tow it says nose wheel steering disconnected, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Embraer there was a little trigger on the yoke, and you would press it and that would disconnect.
Okay. Okay, what should we set for the thrust reduction engine out?
I'd just make it simple, 1,000 AGL for thrust and excel and 1,500 AGL for
Okay. So I round that up. Okay, let's consider that we're at 55. so 65 and 7,000. Okay. Let me know if you see the value change on your side as well.
Okay. I did.
Okay.
Is this some of the changes you made, or what?
I tried to be gentle with the sync stuff, so okay, engine out there was 7,000 now. Do you have it?
I do.
Okay. Well, in this case, we're prepped up. Do we need to copy the active one on the secondary flight plan, or?
Yeah, so what you do there is copy active, pick a
Done.
fix. Yeah, now look at the secondary flight plan. And select Yami.
Okay.
And then under new destination, put Denver, KD.
Okay, KDEN.
And that way, if you have an emergency return, now select KDEN at the bottom left, else, and arrival, and then put just come back to 17 right, ILS 17 right with no.
No, okay, no procedures. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
so
selected and insert now.
now
No
select
star.
via up there and select, because that should give you a more
No via.
more extended. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes that's a difference between 0.2, 0.3 miles,
Okay.
depending on the procedure. So
All right, so you should have no star, no vias, no transitions, and I inserted like that. Okay.
Yeah,
insert it.
but that's the old software. Never mind.
Okay.
Now go secondary and
Okay.
now put in your current field performance, and your I'll get your approach minimums. Just put the ATIS data in there, and then you're completely set up to return.
So
to
I should set up the next phase instead of having this one.
Yeah, hit next phase 4 times.
All right,
There
approach.
you go.
Yeah. So in theory we should be 2980.
5592 is the
Oh, format error. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the 80. Okay, temperature. I think I heard 4 degrees.
correct.
230/9 knots. Okay. And decision altitude. What did you say it was? 200.
Put it under MDA, which is
Okay.
just what we use. Yeah, it's 5592. Just a Cat 1 approach. Unless you want to do a Cat 3.
No, it's okay. All right, 5592.
That's it. You could go to the next page, next phase, and okay. So then you would even set up your go around for the return, which would be 65, 65, and 7.
Okay.
So, if you did have an emergency return, all you would have to do is activate secondary, and you're completely set.
All right.
Quick brief, and you're hauling.
Okay, you got the values as well? You see that?
Yeah. Do you change any of this recently, or no? The hang on a sec. Yeah, it is in there.
Okay. Then we're set.
All right.
Let me know if we're ready for pushback, and I'll save the situation just in case.
Very good idea.
Let me know if we're set for pushback. Then in this case, I'll save it now. And
hang on, just 1 second
Yep.
here. Got to get rid of my nighttime charts here.
Oh, okay, YouTube doesn't work apparently.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Alright, okay, hold on. Apparently YouTube has issues.
Yeah, and I have no idea where to chat if somebody's wanting to. What would I just go to the? I would just go to the link, right, that I sent.
Yep. Okay, well, mine on my end's not working, so I'll post the Twitch stuff. I'll need to probably redo that correctly next time. I don't know why YouTube's not working this time. Anyway.
Now I don't have to have the YouTube streaming window open, right? I could close.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no worries.
I have no idea where to chat either. I don't think. Can you chat on YouTube or no? It says it's disabled for this live stream. Okay, user.
But I'll post yours actually. Let me know.
Yeah, that's fine. Just set your FCU when you're ready.
Hold on.
Is there any way to move the armrest or no?
No, I don't think there's.
Okay.
I don't think it's modeled. Well, you know we're not too much on the eye candy stuff.
No, it's okay. I just like I said, I'm bouncing back between the two sims is enough confusion for me.
I agree.
I keep wanting to hit the space bar.
Well, wait until we get to MSFS, and in this case, it will be straight different again.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so if we're set, I'm going to save the situation here.
Just change your whatever altitudes. I'm just looking at the Yellowstone.
Oh yeah,
departure.
it's 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically the departures fly assigned runway heading, so you can either leave it in nav or you can take the runway heading, whichever you choose. And then
I'll leave it in nav for now.
Okay.
I'll probably, since the weather is fine, I'll probably hand fly it until we decide to go autopilot. All right. Okay. So let me save that quickly, just in case.
Does he have key shortcuts for saving situations, stuff like that? You can assign a key shortcut.
But you need to name those each time. So.
That's right. Okay.
So I'm going to save the pushback, so I know if we got an issue, it should be better then.
I bet I need to change my field of view. I feel like I'm smashed up against the air.
Okay. All right, I reposted the Twitch stuff, so at least we'll get people. Okay, so pushback should be set. I should have everything ready.
Sorry, I'm just getting myself set up here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's better.
Okay, so now Bish for pushback.
You ready for a checklist?
Yes.
Okay, before start, Let's. All right, the cockpit prep.
Okay, completed.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On auto.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Okay. Fuel quantity.
FOB is 7.4 tons.
All right, and takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
Cross check.
2980 is set. Or we can just do, 2980 set. Down.
Didn't catch that.
We're down to the line, so the doors are closed. Jet
Yep.
bridge is back. We go below the line. Windows and doors.
Closed.
Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
And park and brake.
Set.
All right, for start checklist complete. Clear for push.
All right, calling the pushback.
This is a seat I'm not normally used to sitting in. Okay, so until I have control, yeah, that makes sense because of the master slave.
Probably, and you need to have controls to actually.
Eventually, you'll have to hand them over for the flight control check.
Okay, yeah. No worries.
I remember a long time ago wanting something like this to come around, especially with like PMDG at the time.
I wait for him to call out for. So you see the nose was steering is disconnected. It's actually.
Uh-oh.
Okay, releasing parking brake. Then ignition start. All right. Okay. Are you pushing back as well?
I am.
All right. Okay. Ready for push. Ready for Okay. Ready for starting engine number 2. Yeah. All right. Ignition start. Engine 2. We were actually over another plane. Don't ask me why.
I don't see that other plane, by the way.
Yeah, I do, but do you still have the flickering on your side, or it's okay now?
It's kind of starting to go away, but we'll see.
Okay. It's like what, shaking a bit, or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well, in the air, this shouldn't be the case anymore. All right, 2 available. Usually, what do? You wait for the pushback to be over before you start the other one, or?
Nope. As soon as the starter control valve closes, I start the other.
All right, let's go for number 1.
I
Number
mean, I think, well, technically, you wait for a veil to show up.
Okay, well,
But
it was a
sometimes
veil.
I cheat a little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
I
it
cheat
was
a little bit and get the other one
okay.
going.
I get that. Okay, setting parking brake. Parking brake set.
Pressure good. So here, all you have to do is ignition to normal and shut off the APU and bleed. That's
All right. Okay, second engine available. Well, number 1 available. And back to normal. Oops. And shutting down APU. See you, guy.
I don't even recognize this transponder. I have nothing. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Okay, so we should go for the after start checklist.
Do you remember the trim setting?
Down 0.2. Let me check. Yeah, down 0.2, but we'll have to do it both of us.
Ah, that's the one.
That's
Okay,
the
so
one that
yeah,
is not in sync. Yeah.
will that ever be in sync?
This is something we're working on, but it's probably not for the next one, but for the one after, we're trying to improve that actually.
Okay, you ready for after start?
I'm ready for after start.
Anti-ice.
Off. No, sorry.
It is.
It is. Okay.
Okay, ECAM status.
Check normal.
Pitch trim.
Down 0.2.
And rudder trim.
0.
Right, after start's complete. Clear on the right.
All right. Let's start rolling then. Okay, parking brake off. And in we go.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. All right. I'm currently playing with the controls.
No worries.
Just to check. Up, down, left, right. Yeah, working fine. I just can't check the rudder because I don't have any tiller, so I'm using
That's
the
good
rudder
enough.
for that. Okay.
So,
do you want the controls to actually do your checks on your side as well?
Let's. You're going to make a turn up here. Once you get on a straightaway, you can give it to
Okay.
pretty fast on the ramp, though. So
I forgot
usually,
I was not in an F16, all right?
no worries, no worries. Usually I'm 10, 15, depending on how congested it is.
I agree. So, but I cannot go straight forward, right? I need to...
No, you two follow the line here.
All right, okay.
And Denver, if I remember correctly, there's 2 lines each side, inbound, outbound.
Okay. Well, we'll have probably to figure that out another time.
Okay, so it looks like we have to go up here to Mike and then make a left, if I remember.
Yeah, Mike left and then Mike 9 or 10, depending on which one we want for the runway.
Okay. So I'll request and you can get...
All right, controls yours.
Okay, take him back, quick.
All right.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
That's nice. That was smooth, man. Smooth.
Okay.
Careful, there's Elway. I guess being French, you wouldn't get the reference to the Denver Broncos.
Since the traffic is not synced,
Do you see a truck on the left approaching?
it's already passed for me. Oh, there is a car, and they don't stop. What? There's a bit too much traffic here.
It's like Frogger, if you remember the old.
Can't they have to stop? There is a stop line, actually.
Now the question is, I mean, they're not going to.
No, he's not
no
going to
impact.
crash. No, there's no consequences.
Okay, your second left is Mike.
Yeah.
I guess I could be doing tower and approach and all this stuff.
Well, one day, since we're both invited to POSCON, we're probably going to. They're going to enable the smart capacity on the POSCON in a future release, so that could be something interesting to do.
Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to hear the ground AT.
No. Oops. The one thing you should do as well on your side is probably press the call buttons as well, because this is not working on both sides. I don't know why yet.
Just give me a second here. I'm just doing a couple things. Heads down for a minute.
Yep. I'll turn right for the runway.
Not sure if the tilt works, but the radar has been checked. Auto brakes are max. TO fig. And that should make it go ready. Okay.
Okay. Then should we go for the? Do we need to line them? No, we do the before takeoff checklist now,
For
right?
takeoff. Ready?
Okay, ready.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Check. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Check. Briefing.
Well, let's say it's confirmed.
Flap set.
1.
Config 1 and V1, VR, V2 flex temp.
Yeah, they're set. V1 160, VR 160, V2 163, and flex 22.
Yeah, 22. Wow, 22.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 160, 160, 163 flex 22. AT.
Well, we'll say it's set, although we're not.
Yeah, it's set. I've got it set early for takeoff.
Okay.
And ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue.
Okay. And switch over to tower, and we're clear for the.
All right, let's consider we don't have any traffic, and was going to line up. Let's go line up.
Okay, runway is clear. Approach path is clear. Cabin crew be seated for departure. RA. All right, below the line. Okay, below before takeoff is complete.
Sorry, I forgot.
No worries. I thought you were getting ready to roll, but I've checked it. Takeoff run.
Well, 17 right, 17 right.
17 right confirmed. Cabin crew is
advised. Yeah.
CCAS.
Have you set that to TA or a TIRA?
TARA.
All right.
Engine
TRA.
select.
Normal.
Normal. And PAX.
On.
Okay, for takeoff is complete. Ready to go.
All right. Let's go. Spooling the engine. %. And rolling. flex, SRS.
Okay, auto thrust blue is checked. Thrust is set. Hundred knots.
Check. Rotate.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Oh, wow. For now.
Yeah, it's going to start. There would normally be an extension of the runway center line, so it wouldn't turn like this.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, the heading.
All right. Thrust climb. Box. Climb.
Check. What do you have the heading set to?
Currently it says 173, but there's a little bug with that. Because each and every time, basically, this is a problem of synchronization between between the master and the client, is that we still have to synchronize the heading and speed, which means that each time those values are changing on your side or my side, it removes the dotted line.
No, I mean I was showing the same. I was just double checking. That's all.
Okay.
Hopefully I can get the flaps right. Is it a left click or a right click?
I don't know.
There's S speed.
All right. You want me to do it? Oh, no, all right.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Flaps are 0.
We're reaching 8,500. I think we probably need to set the altimeter to the altitude, sorry, to something else.
Whatever you filed for the cruise.
Once I'm done with the curve, yeah.
Okay, flaps are 0.
All right, set altitude to 340.
340. You ready for the after takeoff?
Hold on. Autopilot 1 set. Ready for the after takeoff.
All right, landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the.
Barrow is still.
That's
29.
to go. Transition.
20 transition.
Let's see. I believe should be 18 in the U.S. Gosh,
Yeah,
it's been so long. That's my home, and it's been so long since I've flown there. I still got this flash. I'm going to shut the strobes off and see. Nope, I have got a flashing. You'll see it on my stream. It's like strobe lights.
Okay. I think there's something in the settings for that.
In Toliss?
Yeah, I think so.
I should be able to pull it up, right?
Let me check. I think there was. I think I saw something like that in this setting somewhere. Yeah, I'll look into it, but I remember something, but maybe I'm mistaking with something else. So.
Okay. Normally we do the 10,000 checks at 10, but a place like Denver, you do it at 10,008.
Yeah, landing lights off, by the way.
All right, clear copy. So I clear
What's
your nav
your
data.
seatbelt stuff currently? Is it on or off?
It's on. I turned it off and on just to notify the.
Okay.
So we clear the radio nav data, and then it's you copy the active on your command. So I would say clear and copy, and you would say, yes or no. It doesn't look like it's copying the active.
What, on the CDU?
Oh, you know what? Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's not doing it.
What's not working? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
So do you see the secondary index on my?
Hold on.
I'm clicking copy active at the top left, and it's not.
Okay.
So not sure why. I don't think that's a sync issue either.
No, but let me check.
Unless.
But we did it before, no?
Right, but once you get airborne and you're not going to return to the field, then you can use the secondary.
Okay. But do we need to like delete? Do we need to like
No.
to delete and No, okay.
No, just copy active.
And let me check if I do that.
Yeah, see if you can.
No, it's not doing anything.
Okay, so it's okay. I'll write that down as well.
Yeah, write that down. Yeah.
Just airborne, it's not working. I have a question for you as I'm typing.
Yeah.
Because I heard something in the airplane click. If I don't have X-Plane as my active window, I could type without dropping gear and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check a bit the chat. Hello, Matt.
Okay, there's.
Old Craig, yeah, it's a bit different. Sorry, this time it's not the F-16. Who's saying what? Craig is asking if we can get like random shit happening with the plane. All right, we passed the transition altitude standard.
Yeah, I guess there was no stream on my side. Oh well. No audio on my side, but I got it fixed. Yeah, there we go. Okay, transition standard, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, passing flight level 19.8. Now.
Yep.
Okay, barrel ref.
Standard.
Standard set. After takeoff, climbs complete.
Oh, that's the below the line, right? The one that you.
Yep.
Okay. And you do it twice, or it's you wait for the transition altitude to come before you actually get the below the line?
All right, hold on a second. I got 9 audios coming into my headset right now. Okay, that's fixed. I guess I guess all that stuff on the ground didn't come through. You weren't streaming?
What's not working?
Your stream was not working. I guess my audio wasn't working, but
no, on the YouTube one is not working. But that's probably a restream stuff that because I'm using I'm using a third-party broadcast site, so it's basically broadcasting to many platforms at the same time, and apparently YouTube's not working great.
Okay. Well, the YouTube's working. I guess I just I didn't have my audio on, which is still not on for some reason.
You should check that from OBS perspective.
Okay, so I'm going to have to leave the audio. I'm going to have to change the push to talk because without focus on the OBS, the push to talk isn't working.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, as they say, picnic, problem in chair, not in...
I love your...
Well, I guess he says you're with Wally Wald.
What's my unique name? Do I have a unique name?
Wally Waldorf.
Wally Waldorf. Who says that?
I don't know. I can't remember. He left. Well, I guess in my defense, I didn't even have the OBS software on the computer. I didn't realize I was going to... I'll just do voice activity and be done with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not using that anymore.
Okay, so the other thing that would go on, a lot of times if it's busy, you wait until cruise, but you would send in on your ATSU, your ATC com, you would send in your departure information. Passengers, you know, push,
is it
take
like
off,
a device that is not there?
Yeah, I put that in the notes. Look down at your MCDU and it's under ATC com.
Okay.
Okay, there's an ATSU page that'll come up. I can...
I'm not able to... Okay, but I'm not able to do anything with that.
No, and like I said, I mean, unless you're going to build some functionality...
that's
not important.
Yeah, no, that's definitely left out because we obviously don't want to go into it. It's just a bit too difficult right now.
Right now, but I mean, like you know, with this POSCON coming up, and you get guys that are going to be doing
that's possible. If any network actually get something up with that, I would definitely push Gliding Kiwi to do that.
Well,
at least think about it.
Another unnamed sim has that functionality, has CPDLC working with that sim.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah,
okay.
It definitely can be done, but that's something you need to talk with POSCON or whoever you're going to do it with.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do an RVSM check here at flight level 26.5, all right? Now, all I basically do is I'll say 26.5 now, and you just say checked and tell me the difference between mine and your PFD, and then my call and the ISIS. So you got to look at both real quick.
Okay.
And this is just something that we do, and then you do it every hour thereafter at cruise. Okay, so passing level 265 now.
265,540. So 40 feet difference.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that there is a little bit of difference in there. Because it's never, very rarely is it right on the money. I mean, I shouldn't say rarely. It is quite often between the two PFDs, but the ISIS is off quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to put down this flashing in my cockpit. This is annoying. I'm going to break out into a seizure here in a little bit.
I don't understand what could be actually the root cause of your flashlight stuff.
Well, you were getting it, but it was only at the gate, which makes me think that this thing somehow thinks we're still at the gate. I just wonder if we were at a gate that did not have a AI aircraft there, if we wouldn't have this at all.
I think I know why, probably. I have to check. It's maybe something in the yeah, maybe something in. I think I know. I think I have my idea on what could be making that, because I think if we disconnect, that would probably end the problem.
I can survive with it like this, as long as it's not too annoying to people watching.
Okay. I'm still looking into it. I think this is the I think this is linked to the how it's called, the time sync,
Okay.
and that might be basically trying to resync every second. Is the flash like every second or something like that?
It's as if it was the strobe light.
So like every second, right?
Exactly 1 second.
Okay.
It's almost like it's on a timer or a clock of some sort.
All right, I know what then.
Do you guys have some of the sync stuff? I mean, I wouldn't think any of the sync stuff would be as slow as 1 second, but maybe it is. You know,
No,
like
it's just
switches and
that for
stuff?
the I had to for the sake of the CDU to work better, I had to reduce the sync for the slow interval to 1 second, but I forgot to remove the time sync of that section. So meaning that it will obviously change. It will obviously try to sync the time a bit too often. So that's probably what's causing it.
Okay.
But if you want, we can definitely try that quickly.
You know, in and out?
Yeah.
Or out and in? Oh dear.
Yeah.
You sure you want to mess with it? It's working
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good
no
so
worries,
far.
no worries. I've got the file. The file will be transmitted over, so don't worry about that.
Famous last words here. So, are you just going to disconnect, or do I need to do it?
No, I will disconnect right now. All right, disconnected.
Mine's going to go ape shit.
All right, there you go. You can reconnect now.
Wow. That's smooth. The only thing is I do show the... I think everything's good.
Do you have the strobe effect again?
No, it's gone.
All right.
But I am in heading mode. What about you?
No, this is not in sync because I told you this is about who's transmitting the value to who, and this is one of the things we need to change. So that sometimes occurs, but this is basically me transmitting you new information about the heading, and we have a bit of desync in terms of heading. Now I see, for example, 302 in the heading.
Okay, I just changed it. Now that'll go back to nav in a second.
Yeah.
Just give it time. Just to kind of give you some inside information, I got to go use the facilities, so you would call up the flight attendant.
Depends. How is she?
She would come up. I would just confirm you have control communications, and then I would go to the back, and then you guys are free to do whatever you want while I'm away. I'll be right back.
All right. It's your flight attendant. Have you ever been in a cockpit of an Airbus? Can you actually operate an Airbus, Craig? Be honest. I know you. I know about the F-16. I definitely know your skills about that. But the those big cows, I'm not sure if you can handle those.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I got the notes. So the what was I thinking of here? Ah, that's right. I want to change something.
So Craig says that in the Airbus you just have to press 4 switches and everything's done.
Yeah. Usually that's the forward cabin 4 times. Bring me my food, bring me my drink. I got to go to the bathroom and something like that. Pretty much.
Well, once
well,
you're in cruise, yeah.
As a simulator pilot, it's not as much fun, I would say.
Yeah.
Than say like the 737. But when you're flying 4 sectors a day or more, the Airbus is your friend. I mean, technically, if you wanted to do an auto land, once you turn the autopilot on, you don't have to touch controls again. But it's still, a lot of mental exhaustion flying the whole day, that's for sure.
I agree.
The engines are too loud. I need to turn it down.
Yeah, go ahead. But it's not synced anyway, so.
Right. So the cockpit sounds will be the switches, right? In the air, you can just not hear them at all.
The switches?
Yeah. I mean, you can a little bit. I'm just trying to get it set. What is use smart parking brake?
Where do you see that?
It's under sound, actions, and joystick.
Oh, okay.
I got some changes to do. I mean,
I think it's if I remember correctly, since the modeling of X-Plane is not great on that aspect, we had to override some of the features.
Okay.
Meaning that in the end you need to in order for the braking to be a bit more realistic than the one we have by default in X-Plane, you need to actually calculate that on your own to be a bit more realistic.
Okay. Just looking through this release, trying to find the weather. We have no way to... you said that worked. Let's see. So the wind's updated automatically. The wind
request?
Usually have to request that.
I did it.
You did. Good.
I did before. I did on the ground actually. But now I can push the wind requests, and
you should be able to get it. Well, it should update for. We tried it out for a while in our airline, but it just they let it go by the wayside. I guess the
so that's not updating.
Return on investment wasn't.
That's not updating on my end either.
You have to give it time, unless he has it set up instantly. It usually takes quite a while.
Okay,
sometimes a minute or more.
I'm not sure if how modeled this is, to be honest. So this is what in the performance page.
You can get to it a couple ways. You can just select init and then hit wind.
Okay.
Or on the flight plan page, it doesn't let me do that. Okay. You can get to it. Yeah, there it is. By one of the line select keys on the right side, and then access wind data.
Okay, in the flight plan, but where on what waypoint? The first one, or?
Well, so what you would normally do, for example, is you would, so on the first page of your flight plan, go over to BOY on the right side and click R2. And then
okay,
hit wind, and you can see the cruise wind at BOY. So what you would do is just put the current winds.
But the wind request doesn't work, okay.
Yeah, so 233.52.
So that's the one we have in the PDF, right?
No, it's what I'm reading off of the...
of the ND, okay.
So I'll put it in there.
All right.
Now what you do is you would hit the up or down arrow, and that would take you, there's the down arrow. So now the next one's at Bozeman, but the problem is Bozeman is your destination. You're not going to be at 340. So what you would do then is go to the descent winds, and then you can go on to your flight plan. I just don't know how much time we have. Far out are we? Yeah, there you go. So your flight plan, so then you would just pick some winds. The winds at 300 would be 250 at 73. So you would enter 250, 73 at and slash 300.
Okay, let you do it, actually.
Yep.
Are you inputting anything, or?
Oh, I thought you said you were going to do it.
Oh, sorry. No, I said I let you do it, actually.
Ah, okay. Sorry, my French. 250 at 73. And that's at 30. Okay. And the next one we'll just do 24 is 240 at 42. And this should have an effect on your descent profile. It should make it more accurate. And that's it, 240.
And those are the ones you get from the briefing.
From the release, yeah, from the flight release. And then the next one we'll just do. Well, I don't have any. Let me see if he's got the full winds aloft. No, that's it. Just those two. Usually, if you got the full winds aloft in your release, you got everything down to 12,000.
Ah, okay.
But anyway, that's it. And then the next flight you do, when you go to set it up, for example, like secondary. Well, there's no init option. There's usually an init option where you could actually build your flight plan in the air going back, and then when you get on the ground, you just hit activate secondary.
Ah, okay, I see.
And your flight plan's there.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to enter a few items. But during the setup, you would have cruise. What's it say? I think it says climb winds. So instead of putting the standard average wind component, you could insert the climb winds. And then that's all I've seen it update. And then you would have to go in and update your cruise winds accordingly. It's a lot of work.
I do think we need to worry about the approach.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit. That's just checking for the weather there and seeing what approach we can expect.
Okay.
But X-plane is, the ATIS doesn't work as far out as it should.
I can get the real one, if needed.
Ah, I'll be darned. They do have the descent forecast winds, so it's in there.
Okay, wind apparently is calm.
Okay, so dealer's choice.
Yeah.
It may be a full approach too. I just remember it's in the mountains. And you need to pick an airway really too, going in.
True.
Otherwise you're limited to 13,600 coming down over the airport. That's the grid Mora. Let me see where HLN is.
Alright, I can preset the information from the airfield though. Into the approach stuff. Alright, so in theory that should be 29er 53.
Probably behind us. So RL
0. 0. The wind. Temperature 1 degree Celsius.
There's really no airways going straight in, so you're going to be, if you follow the grid Mora, you're going to be stuck at 13.6 over the field. Could try LVM. Oh, that's still too far out. Or yeah.
There's no okay, I'm checking Sky Vector if we can see something.
You could do LVM and then Victor 2. Just gotta find Bozeman. Hold on. That's really not a help, but I guess you could. And then Victor 86. So this is how you could use the secondary. Well, we can't because it won't let us
So
copy
for
it.
now, the only runway that has apparently ILS is what?
Connection is lost, so...
Oh, shoot.
It says connecting to Sky server. My sim paused.
Yeah, because connection is lost.
Okay.
So that's normal behavior. And
That's
now
normal?
it's trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
reconnect now.
The question is, the Sky server, is that normal behavior to get disconnected? Go.
Go.
Wow, that's slick.
I don't know why it disconnected, to be honest. We'll see. Anyway, what were we trying to see?
So what I would do is I would go to Billings and then you can get on an airway. Because really you're with the mountainous terrain, you want to go in on an airway so you can get lower faster.
Mm-hmm.
So just put in, you can do this, just put in direct, well actually put, well, let's see how it does. Let me do this. I'm going to put Billings after Boy. It's not going to let me do it. So let's go direct. Okay, there's direct Billings. Confirm?
Okay. Yeah, confirm.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
And
Deal.
now what I can do is build this for you. So we'll go, let's see. Boy, I really,
Actually, I don't see any charts for the approach on that.
Okay, so I'm going to then go Victor 2 to LVM.
So let's try Bill.
And then Victor 86 to Bozeman.
Shoot. Alright, I get it.
Okay. Now you'd have one more. Well, see, this is the old software, so I can't say anything about that. Never mind. Okay, so there. Now once you're on that airway, you can go as low as 10,000 900 until you're over the VOR. But what
Okay.
you want to do is see if you've got an arrival.
There is no arrival. This is straight in approach.
Okay,
So the two, I'm checking right now on the charts. If we select the only ILS runway, which is a 12, there are two. It's basically 2 DME approach. We can actually select. There are 3 ways to actually get inside the approach pattern, and one of them is to get to KICDO. KICDO. Kilo India Charlie Delta Oscar.
I don't see that one. Oh, I see. Well, the problem with that is you're off in airway. So what I would do is go out and do the procedure turn, do the course reversal, fly from Bozeman out to Falia, do the teardrop, and come back. Otherwise, okay.
Okay, I see. Or
within
maybe should we select like the TZ, like Tango Hotel?
Within 25 miles, you can go down to 10-9. TZ, Tango Hotel. Where's that at? Yeah, you could do that. And again, once within 25 miles, depending on the version you use, Terps or
Would
the
that
other
be
one,
would that be the safest, or should we go, for example, for the left DME arc that we've got?
What I would do is if I could get vectors, be vectored on it, or just if they give us a full approach, I'd just go straight over Bozeman.
Okay.
Straight over the top. I mean, a quicker way would be Keisto, and if you do that,
let me check the let me check the arrival that we've got.
Say if you do that, you've got to be 10-9 until you're past the 180 bearing 2, and then you can go down to 9 and maintain that until you're at Keisto, and then you could go down as low as 8,400.
Alright, so there we can actually select a couple waypoints. I'm currently on the arrival stuff.
Okay.
So it's either we...
Why don't you do Bozeman and see how it flies the arc, or see how it flies the course reversal?
So BZN?
Yeah. Let it do the course reversal.
Okay. Let's go back to the temporary flight plan then. Let me check. Plan. It actually would go for Falia hold. Okay. Interesting. So it's
zoom out, zoom in. Sorry, zoom in with the range. Go to like 10 or 20. Yeah, so Falia, that's correct.
Falia is the holding. Yeah, it's the holding point for. Yeah, it's the initial fix actually.
Right, so go ahead, and that's good, and activate that.
Okay. Alright, so insert.
Okay, and now go in and look at the hold itself. So find in your MCDU Falia and click on it.
Too far.
Uh-oh. What the hell? Damn Cortona.
So, okay.
Okay, now select hold. Okay, so the inbound course, and you want to compare this to your chart. The inbound course is 123, and the turns are to the right. But now what confused me there is go back to your flight plan page and bring Falia to the top. See how it's depicting the hold?
That's weird, I agree. Well, that's a good case. I'll probably save the situation here and.
Yeah, it's that's what I was saying. It's predicting the hold funny.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send that to Glenn and Kiwi. Oh shoot!
It's correct. It's right turns, but it's not putting the hold on the correct side. Now the other interesting thing is once we get there on the regular ARC page is if it's depicted correctly. Then it'll just be a flight plan page issue.
Well, I've saved the situation, so I will send it to him just to make sure that he understands what's behind it.
Okay.
The problem
now
of,
you
the
can
problem
go
of beta testing is that you cannot fly every airport in the world.
Well, no, that's it, and then it's just a continuous process. I get that. It's no big deal. Now, one thing you could do here is if you want to shorten this up a little bit, you could pick direct to one of those fixes that's on the airway.
You want to go for repo?
It's up to you. I'm just saying you could certainly do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we can shorten that up. Let's go for repo then.
Okay.
Selected and inserting now.
Okay. And then you go on to your airway chart. Yeah, so all you have to do is be 10.9 or higher at Bozeman. And if you look in your flight plan page, it'll show you what it's predicting.
Okay, let's see.
And it's predicting 25.7.
Okay, so we need to.
You got a long
that.
way to go.
You
got a long way to go. Let's see if it's accurate. Go out to.
Sure.
Let's just zoom out here. Go to my plan. Let's see. Yeah, go to the plan page. So let's see. Just roughing it. You got 20 miles. You got 30 miles to the procedure turn. And you're going to fly another 10 miles in the procedure turn, and then you got another 30 miles back. So you got 70 miles from over Bozeman. That's what it looks like to me. Let me see. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Maybe I was looking at the wrong fix here.
No, the from Bozeman, the
to Falia is 15.
Falia is 15. Yeah, it's 15.
So 30 round trip with maybe, let's say, 10 miles in the hold and the course reverser, maybe tops. So you got 40 miles. That's 12,000 feet at 3 degrees. It's telling you over Bozeman at 25. And would we say how many? 35 miles or 40?
It's 15.
Yeah.
Talia is 15 from Bozeman.
Right. So you think about the round trip all the way.
Yeah.
So
it's probably something like 40 miles. But
well, so let's say out to Falia or whatever is 15, plus in the turn is 10. So that's 25. That's 7,500 above. What's Falia's? You got to look at Falia now and see the altitude you're supposed to be inbound. 8. So you have to go from 25.6 over
8,
Bozeman to 8 by the time you get over Falia again. Like we said, that's 30.
And what does it predict
That's
for
40
Falia?
miles.
It's a bit
That's
high,
40
no?
So 12,000 plus 8 is 20.
Well, the holding
So-
actually the holding says 245, but the fixed point that is right after is at 8,200.
Yeah, so the point over Falia is a bit high.
So should I
What I
set
would
that?
do is put Falia at try 8 and above. See what it does. See what it predicts.
For the holding one or for the
for the hold, for the
Okay.
entry to the hold. So the first one, try
Okay.
8,000 plus, and then see what it does with the rest.
It's
of everything.
already 8,100 plus.
Or above. Okay. So you just need you got 10 miles, so you need 3,000 feet. So put 10,000.
10 plus.
Just 10.
All right.
And it'll make sure you're at 10 there. That's a little bit low, but it'll still work.
All right. Set.
Now you just got to confirm your 10.6 or above over Bozeman, which you are, or 10.9 and above, so you're good.
Okay. Unpose in 3, 2, 1. Now.
Genius. Pure genius. In your seat, though.
Okay. Is everything stable on your end?
It's beautiful, man.
Okay.
Way different than what it was a long time ago.
So I'm quite happy about this version of the Smart Copilot in this case because it seems to be rather stable at the moment. Even the key presses have been pretty much going through.
Only thing is, I think I can still monitor temps. Let me bring this up. Yeah, we'll just monitor and see what. One thing I can't do is monitor the with the software. I have the video card.
Oh, okay. I have something for you, but we'll see that after the stream then.
Yep. Well, 53C is nothing, so.
No, it's
and
okay.
That's the hottest thing in the thing is the CPU. That's so. I've just had some blue screens with this latest upgrade to Windows 10.
Okay. But
Yeah.
it's not a fresh install. You upgraded. Right?
No, it was fresh. I had to wipe it clean.
Okay. So that should be better then.
But you know, I was having a few of those with Windows
sorry,
7.
I was playing with the joystick. I forgot.
Did I need to leave you alone for a few minutes? Oh, not that one. Okay, sorry.
Of course. It's I didn't put the warning about you need to be above 18 to watch that stream, so be careful.
Yes, me too. So I forgot about that. Are we descending?
Not yet. Should we?
Well, I'm just watching the cabin altitude go down. So.
Interesting.
Is it going down for you too?
Let me check. 84830 for now.
Okay, the vertical speed is it's stabilizing now. Maybe something just with the rejoin. You know, it's getting stuff synced up.
Possible, yeah, possible. Yeah.
Okay, it's good. I just thought maybe like we were descending and I wasn't getting updates or something. No worries.
The guys on the chat are mean with me. Just
giving you a hard time?
Oh yeah. Especially the guys from the Falcon Lounge. They're very, very mean with me.
Well, you might want to stop. Well, hopefully you have a good landing.
All right, you're putting pressure now. I'm feeling the pressure right now.
If it, usually if it's a good landing, I'll stand in the door and get all the thank yous. But if it's a bad landing, I'll let the first officer stand in the door.
Depends who did it.
I'll hide up in the flight deck doing paperwork. So yeah, other than just a few items to check during cruise, it's just all about conversation and eating. Yeah, it's pretty boring. If you got some good places to fly, like where we're going in, I've actually I think I showed you that did an approach into Bozeman during the winter time. It's just beautiful.
It's possible. You sent me something. Yeah.
This will be one after you land here this time. Go on your MSFS and check it out. See what it looks like.
I will, yeah. Well, honestly, it will be definitely different than what we see now. Obviously. But I should also try to get the HD mesh on and possibly check what's because for now I'm on the stock scenery from X-Plane.
Yeah, same.
You should stream that instead of X-Plane. Yeah, but I think I kind of have an NDA about that.
I don't see the IDG temperatures here. That's usually there. See below the 2 generators?
No, sorry, I was outside of the cockpit.
Ah, no worries. I'll put that down on the notes.
What were you looking at?
There is on the IDG page, on the system page, you see usually the IDG temperatures right below the 2
because
generators.
For now it's the electric panel that I see the...
Yeah, but that's right below the 2 generator boxes would be the temperature of the IDGs.
Alright, okay.
Fuel temps as well. This may not be something he wants to do, and he's probably aware of it.
You can still report it to him, and he'll see what you want to do with it.
You know, I mean, this is the. It just depends also, I guess, on the EIS version too. I'm not sure if he's simulating those or what.
I have no clue about that, to be honest.
Okay. But being, you know, the contacts that you have, you think you'd be able to simulate whatever you want, right?
In theory, yeah, but it depends on the cost. There's always a cost in the end of either cost of time, cost of resources, cost of FPS. So you always have to be careful about what you want to do with the with what you want to simulate. There's always a cost, a price to pay, and depending on what you need, then you would probably decide to do it or not, depending on the results and the gain in the end.
Right. Return on investment. You know, I haven't flown the airplane for a month because of this CV stuff, so it's just like try and go off of memory here. But I believe no, the brake temps are there. Okay, it's the older version. I'll delete that. This one's got the wheel tire pressure as well.
It has the tire pressure simulated, yeah.
Yeah, this one, yeah. Just a different version. A couple of our aircraft do, the rest don't. All right, so 60 miles out. You got any brief you're going to give me, or are we just going to fly it?
Huh. Good question.
I'll try and get the weather. I don't know if I can get it this far out. 35,425. Probably have to do it the old-fashioned way or online here.
My map is not big enough to...
I don't know. I can't tell if I can hear it or not.
What? D?
I can't tell if I can... Because see, I turned a lot of the cockpit stuff down. Let me make sure I haven't. No? Okay. Now the temps are good, man. So it's not the temperatures on my board. It's still 55 doing all of this. I think you checked it earlier, didn't you? It was like calm winds. Yeah.
Yep. I can't
2977.
No, I'm refreshing it now. Let's see what it says now. The METAR still says that it's wind calm. At least the one that I have. And
okay, I got
altimeter is 2953. No, sorry. 2964.
Wow. Oh
Let me
wait.
check. Yeah, 2964. Did I say that correctly, actually?
All right, after this flight, I gotta go change my CMOS battery. Time's starting to slip. I'd set it, but I'm afraid it's gonna jack something up. Maybe I should.
2964.
Okay. Let me set the time here. Man, I got 2977 for BZN.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but let me make sure it's not an old one. It might be an old one. Which Zulu time do you have?
1356.
Okay, I got 1456 is 2977. But whether it's that in the game or I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, 66 it is. I'll match you.
2964 I have right now.
64, okay.
But let me check another source actually. Okay, let's see. Midar. KBZN. Mm, 1456, but I think this is the same source. It's just that I think they messed up the timing.
The other thing to watch out for is your speeds and outbound on the approach from Bozeman. Even though you're 12.5, you're probably not going to be 290. So I'll put 250 in there.
For the speed?
Yeah, because you're outbound from Bozeman at 12.5, so it's still thinking the descent profile speed.
Ah, okay. In terms of performance, in terms of the
well, in
descent?
configuring and getting down on time, and you don't want to be doing 290 as you're outbound for a procedure turn. Going out to the course reversal. So I just went ahead and put most of the time in the plane. It's where you want it to be, but
because over Thalia it says 226.
Yeah, the thing about that also is you got to look at your holding
Yeah.
speeds, what the requirements are.
Let me check.
Typically, 210 is a good speed.
You can reduce that.
Yeah, you put 210.
I'm going to change that now.
Okay. So once you get everything set up, just kind of go through it and clean it up and just verify it's correct. Even in the real plane, sometimes it'll have some funky numbers. it improves as you get lower, but remember your top of descent is going to be based
so I'm
off
going to
of
put
those
the
settings.
speed constraint to 210, right?
Yep, over the first FASI or whatever it is, Falia. Yep, that's the one.
Okay, now it's
And
210,
now-
but it doesn't take into account the next one.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on that. But I tell you what, leave it, and let's see what it does as you go lower. See if it doesn't tighten things up for you as you get closer to it. And what
Okay.
it's also done is it's moved, because you have to slow, then you have to descend sooner. So you'll notice your top of descent is just after repo now.
Ah, I see now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So we're going to descend to what's the altitude we want to achieve?
10. I just use going west, 12.
So we aiming for 12?
Yeah, just put 12, and then as you get closer, then you can reduce it lower. You technically, in the Airbus, you can set your final approach fix altitude, and it should do it all on its own.
I agree.
So set 60, set 6,800. Let it rock. With ATC, you'd never see this, but
Okay. All right, 68 set.
there you go. And just make sure it meets all of its constraints. Keep it in managed all the way down.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll double check the performance. Okay, the MDA for this one is going to be 4643. Put it in there for you. And config 3. And the airport is 40.
I haven't set
So
the
we'll go,
MDA or I haven't said anything for the MDA actually.
We'll go 5480. Why is it not letting me do that? Maybe I gotta do 55. Is there anything in here in the settings that sets a minimum acceleration altitude or something like that?
No, I don't think I've seen anything like that.
It's not letting me set anything lower than 1500 for thrust reduction in Excel.
Okay.
So I'll write that down as well.
What's the okay, let me check the airfield altitude.
Field elevation is
It's
4473.
44, yeah, I see that.
So I should be able to put 5480, but you see it's doing 1500 AGL, which is okay, but you should be able to change that. And it won't even... So this is in the go-around
Okay.
airborne, so I'll put that in there.
Alright, I think
It's not
we need to
letting me change
descend.
anything. Yep.
Let's go. The speed Mac stuff is actually flickering a bit, but this is due to Smart Copilot. I think we're a bit below him for the profile. Above, I would say.
A little bit, yeah.
Do we need air brakes?
Do some math and you'll see, or just go to the progress page and see. Is Toliss have the lightning where you intercept the vertical profile? Is that built in yet?
I don't know. You need to look for that.
Okay, it would
I
be
have
up
the vertical deviation though.
there. What's it show?
Plus
No, you're
13.
not that high. You're not that high. Especially at 4,600 foot a minute.
Yeah, we'll be recovering him. It's just the speed is a bit high currently.
Yeah, in the real airplane, sometimes you have to go open descent because it will try to shoot over it like it's doing now.
Uh-huh.
And to fix that, just go open descent, and then it'll start pitching
No,
up.
it's going to. Yeah. Okay. Now it's pitching up.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
And your profile, you're just about to catch it now anyway,
Yeah.
so it's looking good.
I see the dot.
Let them know we're descending. Any auto brakes for you?
I didn't check what's the runway length.
Plenty.
Okay, so put that to
Hang on
low.
a second.
Low should be fine. Huh?
Yeah. Here's a trick. It's not official, and I've not got any 321 time. But if you do your performance calculations, if you have access to it, like in an EFB, and you select reverser yes, and auto brakes low, you can be within 1 to 200 meters every time of the exact calculation by going to the performance page, selecting approach, and looking at the clean speed. So the clean speed is 221, right? So add a 0, and that's your landing distance, actual, with auto brakes low and reversers yes.
So the approach speed you take, or
No, the clean speed, O.
the VLS?
Yeah, so if you add a 0 to that, and I do those numbers on my iPad, I'll be within 100 or so.
So around 1500 basically.
Well, no, add a 0. So no, it's not the F speed; it's the O speed, Oscar.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
okay. So 200, 200. Okay.
All right. So
2200.
let the auto brakes bring us to an exact stop on the runway, and I'll see where it is on the airport chart, and we'll see how accurate it is. But that's just it's not official, but when you do the numbers, it's like within, and usually for every 1,000 feet above sea level, add about 100 meters. So we're what?
44.
So add up. So probably around 2,600 meters.
Oh, okay.
On sea level, it's almost right on just about every time. What throws it off is tailwinds and airport elevation. But it's very close, a couple hundred meters. So there you go, 2,600. Okay.
Okay, so thank you. I will call you Toms for the follow.
What now?
Because I just got a follow on Twitch and.
Gotcha.
No, sorry. CBD Systems.
Okay, so you got your out constraint. Let me.
Revert back to the flight plan here.
I like how he's done this with sizing these displays with the mouse. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is good.
Well, man, I'm pretty happy. I know it's the default scenery, but I'm running a 4K monitor, 37 inch, something like that. We're using SmartCo.
Well, actually, I would be happy to have those settings with Falcon, so...
Well, I mean, and I got my settings pretty high here, and I'm still running 43 frames per second almost.
External view 50, internal view I'm around 42, 43, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Okay,
below 18.
Okay, Okay, there's transition. You would say set
QNH adjusted.
QNH.
And then I would say, don't forget your ISIS. So QNH is cross-checked. Almost, you're on standard.
Okay, 2964 check.
Set your ISIS.
Oh yeah, sorry. So it's yeah, should be there. 1004 should
Which
be
is 1004.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, QNH is cross-checked, passing 16,200 now. And you would say checked.
Oh, sorry. Let's do that again.
QNH is cross-checked, passing 15.9 now.
Yep, we have 10 feet difference.
Okay, you ready for the approach checklist?
Not yet. I need to answer a question. This is the ISCS, basically. IS. Oh, it's called ISIS, right? ISIS.
ISIS, yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is this little thingy you have here, Craig. Who's just asking?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Approach.
Okay, briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelt.
On.
Barrel ref.
2964 set.
2964 set minimum.
What we set for minimum?
Should be 4643 and double check that.
Yeah, 4643 set.
4643 set and engine mode select.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete. All right, so I'm just kind of watching the profile here. That hold I don't think would be there. I have to look and see if that's a mandatory, but I don't think it is. Not the course reversal, the holding pattern.
Okay.
But hey, I'm worried about it. You may have to exit the hold though, or do a direct once you get inbound.
So you see the profile has changed now. It actually draws the teardrop.
Yes, yes, and that's normal. It's a decluttered holding procedure when you're far away. But remember earlier it was not
true.
showing the correct direction.
So should we get rid of the hold then?
Let's just see what it does.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just see what it does. If you're inbound to Folly and the hold is still there, delete it.
Well, currently the hold is drawn. I see.
Right. So after the course reversal, when you're inbound on the approach, yeah, then see if it's still there, and if it is, then delete it.
Okay.
Just curious how it's going to clean it up. We can do 10 checks as well here.
Will do.
And let's see, for the rad nav, I don't think we set anything up here. Let's do BZ. So I'm going to put BZN radial 223, and that'll be a backup for the hold.
Okay.
Just talking out loud here. And I'll use 123 just as another backup for just a reference on my side. Okay, GPS is primary, 10's complete. One thing also, just for your reference, I'm not sure how it works in X-Plane, but obviously always cautious for a false glide slope. But when your glide slope is displaying, even when you're offset, it's very accurate indication as to where you are on the profile. So as you're being vectored around, I mean, I literally use that. I double check it with the distance and, calculations, but it's like almost right on every time.
Okay. So for now the hold is still there. Should I delete it?
No, because it's going to do the procedure turn. I'm not sure why it's depicting the hold, which concerns me, that you may have to get rid of it later. because really, you know, again, this is an older software, so I can't.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I can't say
Okay.
it's yes or no.
Okay.
And I haven't been in the airplane for 30 days, so you know, when you do this every day, I mean, this stuff jumps out at you.
Yeah, you tend to forget otherwise.
And my age isn't helping either. Seriously, I don't know why it's not following the speed. So you may have to go selected speed. See, it's yeah, 210. You could do 210 or do flaps. Yeah, so flaps. You ready for it?
Are you sure we need the flaps right now?
Yeah, you're below green
okay.
dots. So.
All right. Okay. So
ready?
flaps 1.
Let's make sure. Yes. Okay. Here you go. Speeds check. Flaps 1. Now you're good.
So do you need the slats up now, or is it set now, or you just do it before landing?
Do what?
The sorry, the spoilers.
No, that's when the gear comes down, I'll arm those.
Oh, okay.
So when you say gear down, I'll arm the spoilers, notify the cabin.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to change the volume settings because you don't hear those flaps. See if that
All right,
works.
let's see what it does now.
Okay, should make a left turn roughly 30 degrees to the left. Follow the line. If it starts to go past 30 left, then just pull heading.
Okay. I'm preparing myself. Okay,
see, it's taken a whole 20 miles to make the course reversal. You see that? So you're way low, actually. See, because 10 out, 3 or 4 miles to make the turn, 10 back.
Okay, so it's actually following the teardrop right now.
Yeah, it should.
It is. I confirmed.
That's good.
Okay. The question being, should we now start descending to, because I remember
well, I was
the
just going to
profile-
say that because technically you're cleared down to 6,800, and they would probably say, let me see where the initial approach fix is. The initial approach fix is officially Falia.
Falia is, yeah, and it's 8,000 minimum.
Right, so what I would do is set your vertical speed, set your altitude to 8,000 since you're no longer managed, and set your vertical speed to minus 500.
Okay.
Because if we're going to stop, we need to get permission. I mean, the clearance is going to be down to a lower altitude. There you go.
Right.
So that's a minimum descent rate. 8,000 needs to be set because you're no longer following the managed, and you're good.
Oops.
Terrain on my side.
Okay, is it following the 500 or not?
No, it's not. What? Oh, you're in open descent.
Okay.
Pull your vertical speed.
There you go.
There you go. And the way to fix those or prevent those mistakes is always read your FMA. So when you pull that, you should say speed, vertical speed minus 500, 8,000 blue. Hard lessons learned in the simulator. Yeah. It beats you up for 4 hours every day.
Well, you're paid for that. I don't.
Save your life sometimes. There's some unique situations that you can get into, and I've seen in the simulator that the Airbus will kill you if you're not on your game.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. And they like to demonstrate those to make us aware. Conveniently, the lawyers that wrote the book don't mention anything about it, but well, it's in there. But if you don't read and you don't pay attention, you can miss it.
I agree.
You know. Okay, 1,000 to go. And let's activate the approach phase. It's already done. So now you should be able to manage your speed, and it should stay at S. If it doesn't, pull speed. There you go. I don't know what it's going to do. You should be able to exit the hold, but I think...
It's already out of the hold for me.
Yeah, is it? Let me see mine.
For me, it's not on the
Nah.
hold anymore. It's on
I
the,
still see the hold. Do you see the hold?
Yeah, but the one selected is the second one, in white. So this is the one. This is the fixed point, not the hold.
Okay, but you do see a hold over Thalia, right?
I have it, but it doesn't say it's active right now.
Yeah, let's make sure, because flying the other day, I get these confused. I fly different ones, but flying the other day, I could have swore it entered the hold when it shouldn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do it direct to Thalia, and that's it.
See if that works.
I will do right now.
Yes,
There we
yeah,
go.
the hold is still there.
So
So what you need to do is delete the hold fix and go and yeah, there you go. Delete the hold fix. That's what you want.
Okay.
Or direct to the second Thalia and see if it does it.
Not allowed.
Just don't
I
get
just have
behind.
one Thalia. I don't have any more.
Okay. Do you have the hold in there then? Yeah. So get rid of that. I'll do it for you here. Stand by. That way you can watch the airplane. So let's clear. It's not allowed. Oh boy. So let's let me go to the second one. It's not going to let us do it. Okay. Direct Manny. Once you get over Thalia, just go direct Manny.
Okay.
Actually, you should have the localizer armed right now. Arm your approach. Arm your approach.
I am.
That's what you should
Okay.
have. There you go.
Yep,
Boom.
there you go.
There you go.
All right. Direct money now.
No, you're on the localizer. It's no factor. It'll sequence.
Okay, so erase.
Yeah. Whoa. So, to do this right, at just before 2,000 feet AGL, call for flaps 2. The 321's a little slicker, I think. So maybe 2,200 AGL, call for flaps 2, and then once you get to about 2,000 feet, call gear down.
Okay.
Or just after flaps 2 go in. Because you just want to be stabilized by 1,000 AGL, that's it.
Okay.
Descended a little early, but that's all right.
Yeah, I actually did it.
We would just pick up the glide slope at this altitude rather than going down. Yeah. Save gas, stay higher above the terrain. RA's alive.
Okay. I understand.
Okay, so here you go, flaps 2.
Flaps 2.
Speed check. Yeah, I still got the noise in my ear. That's too loud. Flaps 2.
Gear down.
Okay, let the flaps go and gear down. Gear down. Cabin crew be seated for landing and bring your lights on. There you go.
Okay, so cabin check.
There you go. Oh, yeah, the drag is really fast on this.
All right,
Plus your, hang on a second. Let it.
Okay. Let it stabilize.
No, it's going to keep going, isn't it? Yeah. Here's flaps 3.
And flaps full.
And
Okay.
flaps full. The other thing is you need to be on the glide slope. You've leveled off. That's why. So we're configured way early here. It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Typically, what you do is on the glide slope at 2,000 flaps 2.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
a bit
my
early. I
mistake.
agree.
Yeah,
I
my
agree.
mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all right.
Then I should select now approach.
Uh,
Because the glide slope's alive.
Right. Did you do Loke earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just approach is fine all the way. Even when the glide slope's not there, just select
Okay.
approach.
So we're going no auto brakes for this one.
Say again?
We're going with no auto brakes for this one.
Yeah, no, let's do low and see how quick it stops. I'll set them for you.
Okay.
Okay, so there's your glide slope intercept. Missed approach altitude is
active.
Yep, your missed approach altitude's 8,000.
Roger. Would you usually select it now? I mean, or
If you want me
preset
to,
it?
I mean the autopilot's on. I can do it for you. There you go.
Okay.
So as soon as you intercept the slope, you put the missed approach altitude in. You're all set.
Okay.
So this is what they would call a stabilized approach, as opposed to a decelerated.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking we were going to catch the glide slope at 8,000 and then start down, so that's my mistake. All right, landing checklist.
You ready?
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
2,000.
Set.
Is low and ECAM MO.
Landing no blue.
Okay, nice. That popped up at 2,000 AGL, which it should. We had some higher train there in between the airport and when we were configuring.
Okay. Well, I'm going for manual landing now.
Oh dear. Motion on.
Come on.
What now? Now, what do you show for your? Okay, yeah, that's fine. The VLS is just pretty close to the approach speed, but let's see what it does.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's go manual.
Here we go. I'm going to sequence your flight plan. It's not going to let me. Okay, no worries. I don't think it's sequenced when we overflew the hold earlier.
We'll have to check about the thing about the hold because obviously there's something about it. I need to speak with
Approaching runways. Approaching 1, 2.
And just try to let the put the reversers full and try to let the auto brake slow it down all the way to
okay.
a stop, and I'll see how accurate that is.
I didn't hear the minimums.
It's not yet. It's coming up.
300.
100 above. Oh no, it's below it. It's 46.43. I didn't hear minimums either.
Yeah.
I was yakking.
100. 50. 40. 30. 10. 5.
Okay, spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. $70 knots. You bring the buckets to idle. There you go.
Ooh, what's the plane doing? It's sliding.
And you can hit the brakes here if you want. So it went from the touchdown was at 1,000 feet to 1,000 feet. Okay, you can make your turn here.
All right.
Approaching 2.
It seems like it's another runway we're entering. It's weird.
Yeah. Only thing you do here is pop the speed brakes down
2, 1.
and the ground spoiler handle down, and I do the rest.
All right, pop down.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I'm just wondering where's the terminal here. I think it's on the right.
Yeah, straight ahead and then make a right. Clear left, clear right. We're cleared in. Yep, lights are yours. APU's coming on. Brake fans on. Whenever you're ready, I got your after landing.
Copy.
This is not bad for the airport buildings. Terminal's down on the other end, far end.
Yeah, I see. All right, ready for the after landing.
Okay, after landing flaps,
Retracted.
spoilers,
Disarmed.
APU,
Start.
radar.
Off
Yep.
for now.
Predicted wind shear.
It's off. It's not simulated anyway.
After
so-
landing's complete.
It's not simulated anyway.
Okay. We have, oh, there it is. Okay. We have just a quick question. Did you turn the APU bleed on?
No. No.
Okay.
Now it's off.
Yeah, but it came on automatically.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's, I just wasn't paying attention though, so I don't know. Oh, you know what? When you shut the APU off, did you shut the bleed off?
No,
or
no,
just
no,
the,
that's
okay,
why.
That's why. Yep, that's it. So bleed and then the master switch after the start.
I forgot that. Yeah, on the start.
Yeah, no worries. I just didn't want to send a bug in that wasn't the case.
No, that's not the case in this case. I confirm.
And we'll turn your strobes off as well.
Does the transponder actually turn off itself?
You just leave it in the auto mode. I have to look at this and let me see. It's different than ones we have. Yeah, it should stay in auto. My bad.
All right, let's take the
Yeah.
first gate.
Yeah, there you go. Have a little fun with that. Clear right. Get your lights. Oops. Brake fans on.
There we go.
AP bleed.
Braking brake. Yeah.
Bleeds on.
Okay. Let's turn off the engines. Do you have any sequence for the?
Well, the bleed comes on the main reason. So if you have a tailpipe fire, but also it's going to be supplying your air for your pack. So I just shut down 1 and 2 in that order.
Okay, 1 and 2. All right, shutting down 1. Do you need to wait, or do you shut down?
Nope. I just wait for a good shutdown, so the fuel flow goes to 0, and you start to see decel on the spools, and then I shut the other one down.
Ah, okay.
So then you go seatbelts and beacon, and then I can do my flow, which is not much.
All right, so seatbelts off and beacon off.
I just shut the pumps off, enter my numbers, check the difference in the navs, so no speed difference really between the two of ours. Oh, this works, huh?
I agree. I'm quite
Nice.
impressed.
That's it, man. Parking checklist,
Okay, ready?
APU bleed,
On.
engines,
Off.
seatbelts,
Off.
exterior lights.
Nav on.
Okay, I just say set. Fuel pumps,
Off.
park and brake and chocks.
Set.
Consider heavy rain. Parking checklist is complete.
Okay.
That's it, man. Nice job.
Wow. I'm quite impressed. Obviously, with the crashes you had, being able to reconnect and resume
Very
the flight.
impressive. Smooth. And dude, I had such good frame rates. The whole flight was smooth. Maybe a little bit during the taxi. It was kind of jittery, but that might have been you moving. I don't know what your situation is with your rudder pedals and stuff like that.
I know some people have been complaining about it, but that needs to be. I mean, that depends. The experience will be different from one person to the other.
All right.
So apparently my landing was not too bad.
No, I wasn't scared at all. It was all right. Oh, you know what? Let me check something here.
Uh-huh.
I want to look. So basically, you touched down 2,000 feet down, 1,000 feet past the touchdown aiming point, and we basically stopped at Alpha 2. So Alpha 2 is going to be, I just got to find my distance, my yardstick here. Okay, so Alpha 2 is about 2,000? 2,500? So it's about 2,500.
Let me disconnect from Smart Copilot
Sure,
and,
sure.
Review the landing.
Yeah, so I think basically we rolled out too far because I think what happened is basically the airplane, it was slowing down, but we didn't bring it to a stop. So I think you can still use those numbers.
Let me check. With the replay,
Yeah.
I should be able to review that.
So even in the sim, which is based off of the real numbers, that number on the performance page is just a good reference as to your landing distance. And remember, that's just with auto brakes low and thrust reversers. If you want to mash on the brakes, it'll stop a lot faster.
Okay, let's see. I'm reviewing now the landing.
All right. Well, don't know. I think there was maybe a couple of people at watch, but I am going to get rid of the stream here, unless you got anything else you want to talk about.
You can still view it from the people watching our stream, my stream, sorry, and answer from that.
Yeah. There you go. So, anybody watch? Thanks for watching. I'm going to sign off. Yeah, it's very impressive, man. I didn't see really anything that I would. There was those bugs that I sent you. That's about it. I mean, I didn't really see anything with Smart Copilot. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed that.
So after the landing touch zone, basically, I think I touched on the second marker.
I think the first one is 500, and then the second one's 1,000. So, but
yeah. So I passed the first one.
Oh no, we turned on the runway. We didn't turn on Alpha 2. Remember how you said I think this is a runway? It is a runway.
Okay.
It's runway 21.
All right, so I touched exactly on the second marker on the runway.
Okay, so the runway is 1,500 feet off of the full length, so that's 75, and you touch down 65, so very close, because you touched down like 500 feet past it to 1,000, so that would be 6,000, and we figured 62. We added the 100 meters for every 1,000 up, but I don't know if that's going to apply in the sim. I don't know if, field elevation, brake efficiency, stuff like that is factored in. So you can use that number as a rough landing distance number, actual.
Okay.
Which was, oh, I'm sorry, hold on. This is in feet. I need meters. Hold on a second. I got to do the actual calculation. Let's see, feet to meters. So we're saying, so that would be, let's see, 8,500 plus the 2,000, which is 7,565. So let's do 6,500.
I'm checking the numbers
So
on the numbers
1981.
on the numbers on the side of the runway actually give you the
Yes.
distance that you have left in theory.
Remaining, yes.
All
So
right, touch at
1981. Okay.
Okay, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, and I removed the reversers between 2 and 3 basically.
So 3,500. No.
I touched a bit before 7. I touched down.
So 7 and okay. And the end of the runway is 1,500, so 65, 7, 6, 5, 4,500 was the distance. Oh no, 5,500. I still think it's going to be usable.
Yeah, it was about 3,700 before I turned the reversers off.
I'm going to rough it and say 6,500, which is 1981. So the clean speed was 220.
Uh-huh.
And remember I said in the real airplane, it's usually within 200 meters? Well, there you go.
Okay.
Almost within 200 exactly. So it's a good reference still, even in the sim.
Well, some other pilots that were testing it said that it was almost on spot when it comes to takeoff and landing performance.
Well, this looks very close to me. I mean, I don't have Bozeman in my EFB, or I would run the numbers. But, well, I only have 320s as well. So, but I would think the 321 would be a little bit longer, just a little bit longer on the landing distances, but hard to say. And, you know, we always generally just do flaps 1, whereas you'll see some really high speeds for takeoff on 321 if you just use flaps 1. So flaps 2, which is basically the same as flaps 1. You might have some second segment, maybe not with flaps 2. Flaps 3 you might, but accelerating. But, you know, you're not doing engine out stuff, so it's no big deal. So a lot of times if your speeds get really high, just do flaps 2 for your takeoff in the 321. 19 in the 320 is just flaps 1 if you want. So
for this kind of airfield as high as it is, you would go for flaps 2 for takeoff?
Depend on the runway length and your weight, you might use flaps 3. If you're using performance software, you would do optimal. You could do optimal, and it would give it to you. But basically, you know, if you got short runway or you want to, you know, take more weight if you're runway length limited, then flaps 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, for engine lasting, you know, to engine life, you want to do the highest flex you possibly can, and that's going to be generally a flaps 1 or something like that. But you know, you're going for your best flex. But yeah, with a 321, flaps 2 usually would be my guess. I haven't flown it, so I mean it's not that much different.
Okay.
But the other thing you have to consider too is tail strike, because you got a lot more airplane hanging past the wheels. So I would pitch to 9 degrees, and if it's not come off the runway yet, I would hold that pitch until you get it off the runway. Yeah, it's I think 9. In the Airbus, it doesn't start hollering at you till you get over 10 in the 320. Pitch. Same thing with landing. Don't get it, you know, start approaching 10, that's too much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to cut the stream as well. Thank you guys for watching. It's been fun. It's been different from the other streams that I've been doing. I'm hoping to see you soon for another flight, whatever it's going to be honest. But yeah, I'm happy to have shared that moment with you, especially with the knowledge of Sandman that we had the opportunity to pick his brain on the subject. So anyway, see you soon. Have a nice rest of the weekend. Stay confined. Fight against the virus by any means you can, and see you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.